Alright YouTube, so let's talk about some titties. More specifically, breastfeeding. Uh-oh, here we have a cis white male that wants to talk about breastfeeding, like he has any idea what that's like. Shut your mouth and let Papa talk real quick. We're gonna rant about some shit. Now, first and foremost, I have zero problem with breastfeeding. From what I've heard, it's like the best thing, like nutrition-wise or whatever, that you can do for your kid. Like, it's better than, formula and all that shit. As far as I know, could be wrong. That could be my cis white male showing, but that's what I've heard. I actually don't even have a problem with women that breastfeed in public. That's really what this video is about, is the females who are like, oh, if I'm breastfeeding in public, don't stare, don't watch, it's not weird, it's natural, all that type of shit. We're going to talk about all that. I do not have a problem with women that want to breastfeed in public, but there needs to be a level, just a level of discretion, just a small level of discretion. Like a blanket, or like a jacket, a hoodie, or something like that. There's these women out there who straight up pull their fucking titties out. They'll be sitting at a restaurant table, in the middle of the fucking restaurant, pull their titty out to breastfeed, and then they're like, why are you staring? What are you staring at? Like, get the fuck out of here. Again, zero problem if you want to breastfeed your kid right at the table, but just cover up a bit. You don't have to pull your full titty out, because you're doing it to garner attention. You're doing it so people will look and stare, and you can say something about it. That's literally all it fucking is. You as a parent, you as a mother, know that your kid breastfeeds. You know that there's a good chance while y'all are out in public that your kid is going to be hungry, and you breastfeed that child. So why don't you bring like a little blanket with you, or like a hoodie or a jacket or whatever, and cover up? That's all it is. That's all you gotta do. If you've ever been on Facebook, which most of you probably have, there's a good chance you've seen this picture because it's huge. It's been shared a lot. I see it shared multiple times a year. We're not really worried about the caption or the comments too much, but we're mostly talking about the original picture. So right here we have a scenario where this woman is in the middle of a restaurant, right in the fucking middle, breastfeeding with her full titty out, and she herself is looking around to see if anybody's staring. She's doing this shit for attention. She's also with somebody. Somebody's clearly sitting across from the table with her. They have this conversation. This happened. Her and some other adult, boyfriend, friend, family member, whoever. They're sitting there and she's like, I'm going to breastfeed my kid. I'm going to pull my full titty out. I want you to take a picture of me looking around, and we're going to make a post about it on Facebook.com. Something along the lines of, breastfeeding, it's natural, it's not weird, why do you stare? I should be able to do it in public, whatever the case. But you're doing this shit for attention. There's no reason you need to pull your full titty out. If you look around the picture, at least in the frame of the picture, not one goddamn person cares. Not one goddamn person is looking at her. Look, if I'm sitting here enjoying my brunch, got my glass of Dr. Pepper, enjoying a nice burger, and you come in and sit at the table across from me, and you decide, it's titty time, I'm going to pull my whole titty out, how do you expect me not to stare? I'm not the person who decided to sexualize titties. That shit happened however long ago. They're not meant to be something that's sexualized. They're meant to just feed children. That's literally their only purpose. That's all titties are for. No different than some cow udders or something. It's like jacking off to cows. What the fuck? It's not my fault. I grew up in a generation where titties are like sexualized and they're like taboo, at least in our country. In America, you can't just walk around with your titties out. So if I'm sitting there eating a burger and some fries and I'm seeing and there's free titty at the table across from me, how do you expect me not to stare? You are giving me free titty. I'm a straight male who finds a pair of titties attractive. I like a good set of tits. So if you're shown free titty in a public setting like a restaurant or whatever the case, and you're the person who decided not to bring a little blanket for your child and yourself to cover up with, you just have your whole titty out, I'm gonna fucking look. That's just a fact. If you revert back to this picture really quick, you can see that the first few top comments are women that are actually like kind of giving this person shit for this. Like this woman right here is talking about it. We're not going to read the entire comment or whatever, but as you can see, she's covered up. Look at the differences between this chick out in public somewhere, maybe a park or whatever, and this chick right here in the middle of a fucking restaurant with her whole titty out. And then you got another chick right here who kind of criticizes her as well. So it's not just me. It's not just some guy, some male, some cis white male talking about this. There are women who find a problem with this as well. Now, the chick who was the top comment on that post was talking about how with her first kid, she used to bring like a scarf or whatever in public. And then with her second kid, she had like a nursing bra that like, I guess opens up to like expose the nipple so the kid can feed, but you don't have to pull your goddamn titty out for everybody to see. And that's what most of the females who are disagreeing with that post were talking about. Like, there needs to be a level of discretion. These are women saying this, not men. These are women saying there needs to be a level of discretion. You don't have to put on a show for everybody to see. They're even aware that this person is doing this shit for attention. This isn't just me being some douchebag guy. Like, women themselves disagree. Women who have breastfed their own children disagree with what this woman's doing, pulling their whole titty out and taking pictures of it for the internet to see. Now, that's an older post that we're talking about. What actually sparked me to want to make this video is with same thing with pretty much every rant I always do, is some stupid bitch on Facebook. I scroll through Facebook, actually not as often as most people think. I usually just get on there to shitpost things and then I get off and wait for people to comment or like the post. But every now and then I'll scroll through my timeline on Facebook and I almost always come across some stupid bitch looking for attention. And that's what we got here. Now, I'm not going to show the actual post of her breastfeeding because I don't want to put her picture out there, a picture of her child. Usually whenever you talk about children in like videos and things, usually blur their face and things. We're just not going to do that. We're just going to look at the caption of the post. The caption reads, "So my daughter is 8 months old and I still breastfeed her. People look at me like it's a bad thing or whatever. It's not nasty whatsoever. I think it's beautiful. If you don't like it, just don't look." But let's set the scene really quick. She has her whole titty out, the baby's breastfeeding, whatever the case, but she's at home. She's laying down in bed when she took this selfie and made this post on Facebook. She's not out in public. People aren't criticizing her, looking at her weird because she's doing that shit in public. She's laying in bed. She made a conscious decision. So her child's breastfeeding. She's like, you know what? I'm going to take a selfie. Let's make sure to get the whole titty in the picture. And then we're going to talk about how people criticize me. Who the fuck inside your house right now is criticizing you, bitch? You are right at home. You're laying in fucking bed, ain't nobody criticizing you, and then you say, don't look. If I'm breastfeeding, don't look. You posted the shit on fucking Facebook. I was just scrolling through, minding my own goddamn business. You put your whole titty out there, and then you're like, oh my god, people are so... Quit looking, it's not weird. I'm telling you, these females do this shit for attention, just for an excuse to put their titty on Facebook. These females make a big deal about it, like everybody else making a big deal about it, but you're the one taking a picture of yourself breastfeeding just to try to get some traction on Facebook, get a little bit of Facebook fame, so people will share your post, how react your post, give you all the compliments. I support you, girl. Get the fuck out of here with your thought ass. And the thing is, man, you almost can't criticize it because everybody's going to be backing her. They're going to be supporting her because breastfeeding's not meant to be a weird or bad thing. But when you're doing it for attention, like, I don't know how people can't see that. Like, it's very goddamn obvious. And if you're some woman who claims you were ridiculed in public for breastfeeding, show me the proof. Because I guarantee if you didn't have your full titty out, nobody gave a shit. Nobody gives a fuck if you're breastfeeding your kid. The only time this shit's ever talked about, if you ever see people talking about this or showing pictures, the chick always has her entire titty out. And you're doing that just for the attention that you're getting the attention you wanted, obviously. The moral of the story is, if you don't want people to talk about you breastfeeding in public, you should probably cover up just a bit. Or have like a nursing bra or something. You don't have to lower your shirt, pull your shirt down or pull your shirt up, pull your titty out of your bra, and just start breastfeeding right there. Like most females know, you're supposed to kind of cover up a little bit of discretion for yourself and your child. Cover the fuck up, bitch. I'm tired of these females making it seem like there's a bigger thing going on, this underlying story, the society's against breastfeeding, you shouldn't breastfeed your kids, and that's not in any fucking way what the problem is. The problem is you pulling your goddamn titty out in public. And don't get me wrong, as I said before, I like a good set of tits. I want to go out in public and see a titty, but don't bitch at me for looking whenever you do it. Anyways, guys, you know how it goes. Random fucking rants happen on this channel all the time. This is something that, again, was not planning, but I have talked about it on Facebook before. Scrolling through the old Facebook, seeing this chick's whole goddamn titty out. She's acting like she's all ridiculed. I'm like, bitch, you're laying in bed at home. Ain't nobody giving a shit what you're doing. You're making the shit public. Nobody else cares. I said the word titty a lot in this video. Probably going to get demonetized. Not like I make money from this channel anyway, so who really gives a fuck? Let me know your thoughts below on public breastfeeding. Do you care one way or the other? Do you think they need to cover up a bit? Do you care if the whole titty's out? All those things. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this random rant, and if you did, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Turn on my notifications. Follow me on Twitter at @D-David. Links to my social networks are in the description. And in the outro, later guys.
Okay, gotta time this just right. 1, 2, 3!
Oh! Give me a smile, give me forever for a while, give me forever for a while, quit acting like